a little better.
I was a turkey, I'd fuck that.
What's up, y'all? It's Devin from Woodland Reapers, and we're getting close to turkey season now. I'm gonna give you guys kind of a little tips video, like 5 things that you should think about or look for when turkey hunting. And this is meant more for a beginner turkey hunter. You know, I don't really consider myself an expert at all. I'd say maybe an intermediate. I've been hunting for a few years. Number 1, hunt where the turkeys are. Now, this may be like really obvious. Like, obviously you should hunt where the turkeys are. But what I mean is, we have 200 acres of property here, and the past 3 or 4 years, I have not heard a gobble. I have not seen a turkey for turkey season. Now, for deer season, there's turkeys running all over the place. But turkey season, they just disappear. So you have to find where they are at the time. You know, they do move around a little bit, especially during the mating season, which is in the spring right now. In Louisiana, we don't have a fall turkey season. So this is all we get. We get about a month in the spring, and that's it. So basically, we only have a little bit of time to get on them. So when you hunt, you got to make it count. So scouting is going to be really important here. You're going to want to try to find where they're staying at, especially early in the mornings and late at night. So you want to find their roost areas. Best ways to do this are to go out right before dusk and do some calling. Even with I have a hoot owl call here. Just really mimics an owl, which is really loud and gets them riled up, and they'll gobble for you. So that's one way that you can locate where they are and then set up on them in the morning. But that's the main thing. You know, roosting them, I feel like, is half of the battle. Number 2, practice with your calls. I like to use a slate call personally. I have 2 of them here. But it is personal preference. I have tried a diaphragm call, and I'm trying to get better with it, but so far it's just not really my thing. So I enjoy using the slate call. I can make loud calls, I can make purring sounds, all type of different sounds with it. And I do have a gobbler as well for when they're really finicky. Sometimes giving it a good little shake gets them a little riled up. But yeah, the better you are with your calls, the more successful you will be. Number 3, pattern your shotgun or your ammo. I cannot stress this enough. This is probably one of the most important tips that you need to know. This is like the most important thing, because if your shotgun is not on point, I mean, you can do everything else right, but if you can't finish, then that's it. So like what I do normally is I buy a couple of different types of ammo for the first time I'm patterning my shotgun with a new choke or something, and I just try them all out and see what I got. Number 4 is cover. Cover. Turkeys are very, very, very attentive. They can hear well, they can see well, and they will spot you. I would argue that it's even easier, I would say, for a turkey to see you than a deer. So it's definitely easier to spook a turkey than it is to spook a deer, because they can actually see color. So you're going to want to be as camoed out as possible. You know, camouflage from head to toe, wear a mask, all the essentials. And you're always going to want to be in the bushes, in the trees, and just somewhere with some cover, because they can see you and they will see you. If possible, I always like to make a little blind beforehand. If I can roost a turkey and know where he's going to be, if I can make a blind there that night or that evening for the next day, that's perfect, because I have my cover set up, I know where he is. My chances to get that turkey are exceptionally high. Number 5, pay attention to your turkey. So if I find a gobbler, they will react differently in different situations. So you're gonna want to pay attention. If you can hear him getting closer, you may want to call less. Your calls are your tools. They are tools to be used by you. You do not have to use them if you do not need to. They are just there for you to use if necessary. So if I have a turkey coming right at me, I don't want to call, because he's going to be looking for where the call is coming from, and he's going to pinpoint my location. So if there's a turkey in plain view and he's getting close, I'm going to stop calling if he's coming. If he's walking away, I want to get him to come back. But if he's on his way, I completely stop, stay silent. Sometimes you're going to want to make louder calls, sometimes you're going to want to make softer calls. It's just going to depend on how far away it is. If you hear the gobble far away, obviously you want to make louder calls so that he can hear you and get closer. He's, within 100, 150 yards, you're going to want to talk sweet to him. They love when you talk sweet to him. So if he's close, you're going to want to call real low, real seductive, like, it's all about outsmarting your prey. So if you can understand your prey, you should be more successful. But anyways, that was 5 tips for beginner turkey hunters that are looking to get into it, or maybe you have already gotten into it and you didn't know some of these things. But these are some essentials that you need to know, and I hope that you enjoyed the video. And if you did, please leave a like and a comment or subscribe to the channel. We'd really appreciate it. It really helps us out. We're trying to grow this channel. We're really hoping, we're shooting for 1,000 subs by the end of this year, but whatever happens, happens. We're really about to start pumping out some content, so hopefully you guys are enjoying, and share it with your friends, and we'll see you in the next one.